Okay, video 3 of the Transit Custom build. Firstly, thank you, 1,000 subscribers. Well happy with that. Some people get it in a few days. It's taken me longer than that, but I don't do any silly thumbnails or misleading titles, just straight to the point. This is what I do, this is what I buy, and I sell every vehicle that I build. Camper van, day vans, a few cars here and there. No shock horror, people sprawled across beds with half-dressed women here and there. I don't get that. It's just after it's clickbait for views. I don't do that. Just, yeah. Speech over. Right, okay. 2.2 TDCi, 6-speed, Transit Custom, 96,000 miles. It's a lovely van. So far, carpeting, windows, clean the interior, insulated, new plywood floor down. So in this video, I'll get the pine clad roof down. I've got 3 packs of that. I've measured it, it should be enough. I'm pretty sure I'm going to come to, well, I should do it, but you can guarantee I'll be one loose either side. Anyway, it's just a trip up the road. And the vinyl flooring that I put down, which is you stagger it. Yeah, I'll go through it in the video. And the lighting there, the pine clad roof, I've done a full video of that in the past on a T4. I'll go through it best as I can with that. And the flooring, I've done a full video again. I'll sort of point out everything that I do with that. And what else have I done? Oh, the wing. Okay, so I've been a bit more transparent with what I do. I'd normally buy category N vehicles. It was a Cat N insurance claim for a dented wing, literally just pushed in here, which seems crazy for, you know, a vehicle that's worth £8,500 to insurance claim for a wing. Anyway, so I paid 50 for that second hand. It's a year newer than the one that was on. Put that on, no issues, lines up, absolutely beautiful. Panel gaps spot on, all done, no issues, no other damage actually. Lights back on, needs a clean. Tiny little scuff on the bumper edge here, but it isn't a scuff, it's just stuff on the bumper. It's rubbed into something in the past. That's weird. Yep, but the whole body will be cut and polished, and the trim there put back on. There was no damage on that. For some reason it's popped off. I suspect it's not got the correct clips in, so I've got some more clips, clip that on properly. Yeah, so all good. Like I say, it'll be full mop and polish. It should come up immaculate. There's no other damage on the vehicle. Okay, start with the roof cladding. So what I do there is I put a piece, measure basically where the centerpiece is going to be, go from it, so you finish with half or a quarter. You don't end up with a tiny little slither either end. And I don't put this stuff on here, so you can sort of work out where your next screw is going to be. Okay, start with that, find out where the center is. So the inner measurements of the roof there, from the, obviously here to the other side, 142, half is 71, which as suspected is in between these two there. So that's a strike there, and I'll be going, basically, imagine that's the width of the pine clad. I'll either go from there or there. Or any point actually, there, no, that's wrong, isn't it? Start again. Okay, I'll get it right this time. So I'll either go from, that's the width of the pine clad, which obviously is going to be that. So I'll go from centre or end and then go left or right. I'll just measure out now. Each piece is 94 centimetres, so measure out, see where I'll finish, and then get the first piece on. Try take 3 on that. Each piece is 9.4 centimetres, not 94 centimetres. It marked out, so that's the centre line. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. That's 70 centimetres divided by 9. I've done it by 9, not 9.4. Obviously there's going to be slight gaps in between each piece. That means I'll end up here with, as you can see there, sort of a quarter to play with, either yay or nay on both sides. So the centre will be going there, and then another piece here, obviously that way. Let's get the first piece in. I'll measure at the top. Actually this, I've done that, and I'll miss that one, measure that one centre, and then obviously when they line up it'll be dead straight to centre front of the van. That's the first piece in. I use the self sort of tapping self-cut screws there, and I always leave it to start with loose, so you can sort of put the other pieces in. Just point out the front of this, cut that piece short of here, as you can see from there the natural line hits here. If you put it into there, you've got a bend and it's going to be a nightmare getting each other piece across. And there is a way this stuff goes. There's a slight 45-degree angle on the one side, and the finish is better. So obviously that side facing you. Okay, so far so good. Just leaving the screws proud so I can get the next slats in. What I'll do now is use the, obviously here I've got to form some sort of template. I use a piece of offcut, create the template, and then transfer that to the piece I'll be putting in. So that's that piece in, using the template there. It's worth pointing out actually that when I made that, you could see it was just slightly out there. Just bring it in slightly when you draw it through to the actual piece. You can make any small corrections. So that fits in there nicely now. Okay, nearly there. All in. Screws still loose because I thought each pack had got 6 in. I've only got 5. So, bonehead of the day again. Just got to get another pack to get these end pieces done. But what I'll do now is I'll get the floor down. Okay, onto the floor that I know I have got enough of. So I've measured out from the edge of that there to here, and I basically know I'm not going to be sort of ended up with a tiny little bit like this. What I do is stagger it 50-50 like that, sort of laying bricks kind of thing, and every time you reach a point that you're laying down, just give it another dust to make sure there's no bits on the floor, and lay all the large pieces first and then cut in all the half pieces and pieces round, wheel arches, etc. Okay, that's all the solid pieces in. Just need to be infill like I've done there with these pieces, and do the cutting in. Just cutting out a piece of ply to go on the back here, then I can continue coming down to the edge of the back, well, back of the van basically. So I get the ply cut, and then yeah, infill. Okay, it's next day. I've been out and got the final pack of 5 of the cladding for the roof. So one on the bit there, one on the bit there, screw it down all tight, paint it once, and then I'll get back onto the floor. When that's dry, second coat. There'll be something across the front there to be decided. It's different every time you build every one of these, to be honest. Sometimes this section's on or there's none, just depends on whatever van comes in. And then back onto the floor, and also the piece of pine across here, shaped. I think I've already marked that out and cut it before I left yesterday, so that's ready to go on. Right, let's crack on. Okay, let's see, roof inner pine cladding finished. It's all sort of cut around the original mouldings there. Let's just move on to the front. So I'm still left with the piece there. All the screws have been screwed in, and you may be able to see just the head will recess into the pine. That's all you need, whether it's left like that or whether you paint it. You can see nice neat finish. So I'll give that a couple of coats of grey when I can find a paintbrush. I suspect that might be tomorrow. I think I've left them at home. So it's just this section here, plywood down, and then I can finish off all the vinyl planking on the floor. Okay, that's a back section on. Couldn't go any further back than that, so I've decided to carpet this and carpet inside the shut there. I'll go over this, and from the top when the vinyl planks are on, I'll mark that and then go down with a hole cutter. Keeps it neat. And obviously the door rubber has got to go on. I'll clean excuse me, I'll clean all that up and put it on nice and clean. That goes up to just where the carpet starts there. Okay, it's the pieces at the front done. Move on to the back sections here now. Okay, that's the floor done. Pine clad roof done. Need to do the alloy edges on the side door here and the back. I've still to cut the panel there, T-trim and Formica that, but I'll get the diesel heater now, unbox that. I'm not too sure how far I'll go in this video. It's the 22nd of Feb will be the last video on this, which I think I'll do the diesel heater complete as a standalone video, and then all the other few bits and pieces, and then it should be ready a few days later. So let's get the diesel heater, see what we got. Okay, I'll quickly go through this and then end this video here with the next one being fitting of the diesel heater. The back board here, seat covers, yeah, seat covers, and I think that'll be about it on the interior, and the alloy strip edge on the edge of the sliding door and rear door. So just making sure all this is good. That's the exhaust for the diesel heater. That's not long enough. I normally get a longer one, take it down the van, so I need to order extension on that. This is the pipe they use for the fuel. That's no good. I prefer braided. There must be some kind of regulation for that. That can't pass it surely, so I use braided for that. The looms are normally okay. That's the air intake. That's the end of it. Looks a decent filter on this one. These are the end pieces, so that'll obviously come through the Formica. You'll be able to twist that. It's the piece that'll go in the fuel tank. Obviously they can, I can't think where I cut this now. I think on the customs they're cut to about that depth maybe. Yep, I'll show that when I drop the tank. Won't be using that. I'm not going to take the fuel from a container. I'll go directly from the fuel tank. So essentially this will be fitted. So that'll be fitted under the seat. A short section of this with that coming out from the panel. I'm putting across there. The controller I'll probably put on the panel here. And then you also got a remote there, which you can operate the heater with this remote. Okay, I'll end this one here. Thanks for watching. The next upload will be on the Sunday the 23rd of February, which will be the installation of the diesel heater and everything I've just mentioned. Till then, I'm done.